A riot, una rayeta.
Put the riot on.
Una rayeta.
That was at Pelican Bay State Prison.
Yeah, that one's famous.
Yeah.
Ya me la sé. Ya me la miré esa movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the raincoats, huh?
Yeah. It was during the winter time.
Yeah, that one's famous.
I think one guy died.
Oh, okay. They shot him, no? Something?
What's up, Mikey? What
What's
did you
up,
think?
man?
What did you think about the introduction, man? Pelican Bay Prison.
Hey, man, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. That's how boxeo is. I think you're trying to make correlations. I'm on the
That's
recio
right.
de tumba.
That's right, man. You got to stay ready. You got to be ready, right?
Vámonos.
Hey, ¿qué te iba a decir? Yeah, you know what? Cholo is not going to be with us today. As a matter of fact, if you get a chance, I believe he just posted it on Los Tres Chingones. He had his weigh-in right now. And at 6 o'clock, we're going to have Mike Diaz from Chicano Tube Raza. He's the one that's actually promoting the fight. He's going to come on the show. He's going to talk about the fights and really push the fight. So we got him in another, what time is it right now? We got him in another 20 minutes, 21 minutes. So Mikey, before he comes on the show, let's talk about last week's card. We're not going to talk about the whole card, Mikey, but let's break down Barbosa versus Sean McCombs, and then we'll get into Loco's card. We'll get into the Loco. We'll get into him. But let's start off with Barbosa. What did you think, man?
Oh, man. Barbosa talks a good one. He's from El Monte. I like that. I love that. He's getting his name mentioned at the same time as the 140 pounders, and he wants the smoke. But I don't think he can handle the smoke. He can handle the fire. He's all right, man. But I don't see nothing special. And the truth, I got a little bored. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Dude, by the time that fight started, it was 12 o'clock over here in Eastern time, and I texted David de Leon from Putazos y Pendejadas, and I go, brother, I don't know about you, because he was over there he's in New York. I go, this guy's putting me to sleep. It's 12 o'clock over here. And I'm telling you, I am not a fan of Barbosa. He's more of a sophisticated wannabe gangster. Last fight he had, remember, he was out pushing people around. He had his little bodyguards with him. You know what? I don't think he's a real deal. I think, you know what? He's a real deal at a C level. I don't even give him a B level. I mean, this fight against Sean McCombs, it was supposed to be a coming out fight, now fighting for De La Hoya, for Golden Boy. It was supposed to be an easy fight for him. You know what I mean? And I agree with you, JC. Barbosa. I would say Barboso. But Chicano Prophet, welcome to the show, brother. But you know what, Mikey? I had it 7-3, and I was nice to Barbosa. I mean, that was very generous on one of those rounds. I had it 7-3, Sean McCombs. When that judge that had it, I think he had it 8-2, and then the other ones had it 7-3 for Barbosa. I couldn't believe it. Even the commentators, nobody. I don't think it was a robbery, but I think that, you know what, those judges were paid off. You know, those judges were paid off, man. It's sad to say, brother, that you know that we live in a society, not only society, in an era where we're still seeing it. You know what I mean? Yeah, she let say sea level, the huevo, sea level. I'd say that. You know what I mean? But you know, he's not the real deal, bro. He's good at a C level. He's not even the gatekeeper. Barbosa, I think that I don't know. I don't know what to think. I know that he's not going to be a champion, and I know that he looks good. He talks good. He expresses himself well, but he does not fight at that level that the 140 contenders and champions are at. What do you think, Mikey?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just throwing him up there. Of course, he's gonna get the decision because he's Golden Boy. It's a Golden Boy function. Yeah, he's a name. If you want to throw him in there with let's just say Devin Haney's comeback fight by Barbosa or something.
Right. Yeah.
Or you know, or Barboso. What's his name? Barboso, the Dominican, the viejito from Venezuela.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that guy, well, he'll kill him. He'll tear him.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just you match him right. He does have a name. It's in Monte. He's a badass, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So I'm game to put him in there, but is he elite? Do I respect the skills that not respect, but do I see a lot of skill that I admire? I'm not, man, and I'll do respect, man, because he's in Monte representing. So I wish him the best.
Hey, man, Yard Rico, we wish you the best, even though you're fighting our carnal over here, our brother. But you know what? It's going to be an outstanding fight, and it's for a great cause. And we wish both of you the best, but may the best man wins. Saludos y respetos.
Yeah, Rico, I want you to at the end. I want you to call Cholo in the middle of the round and point to him, just like that fight with Gagey and Max Holloway. I want to see that, baby. Let's go. Vámonos.
Hey, JC, Barroso smokes Barbosa, Laza Lab. I agree with you. El pleito de los babosos. We're going to call it de los babosos. El viejito y el matón, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, pero, you know, talking about, we got over here, hey, Demetrio, what's going on? Late check-in. Oh, what's up, brothers? Hey, bienvenido, Demetrio. Talking about locos. Dude, you know, everybody and their mother, man. If you called it for Ryan, there was something wrong with you. You don't know boxing. If you called it for Ryan, literally, you don't know boxing. You don't know boxing if you called it for Ryan. What did you think, Mikey? I know you're the mathematician, you're the teacher, you're literally a teacher. You're the mathematician, you're the scientist. Tell us the science behind this. What did you see?
Wow. Oh my God. And man, I thought Haney was gonna give him a boxing lesson. Is that check hook, that equalizer? Ryan Garcia has a check that check hook, and we saw a right hand. I think he is learning from the new trainer. He is learning. He used his right hand. He did box a little bit. It's not the prettiest, but he was moving around. I saw some good stuff from Ryan, man. He took me for a surprise. Even Mikey Damas couldn't call that one, man. That one crazy.
You know what? I agree with you, Demetrio. I felt like a pendejo myself. I think I lost a couple of camaradas, really good camaradas. They call laughing because they don't even know boxing, but they call laughing, and it pissed me off. You know what I mean? I felt like a pendejo too. But you know what? So did Paulie Malignaggi. And you know I have no respect for Paulie, but so did Chris Algieri. There's so many other. Mike Tyson, Canelo, everybody called it. Everybody called it. They wanted Ryan to win, but they called it. So what a coincidence that everybody was wrong, maybe except one that doesn't know boxing. But I felt like a pendejo too. So I'm there with you. Pachuco, saludos, Pachuco. Ortega, ¿qué hubo chingones? What's up, Ortega? How you doing, JM? And PYP, Ryan fooled everyone, David. Give him his props. You know what? I'll tell you this, Mark. I know you're watching. I don't think you had him winning. I think you wanted him to win because anybody that knows boxing, there's no way on earth that you were going to give it to Ryan. There's no way on earth. Everything was stacked against him. Now, do I believe he's crazy? Yes. Yes. I believe he did act, and I believe that, but I believe that he is crazy. I believe that he has mental issues. And I'm not going to say crazy because you know what? That's derogatory. But I truly believe that he does have mental issues. And I hope with the money that he made, instead of buying his girlfriend a 1.2 million carat diamond, whom he just met, by the way, and instead of buying that, he should really invest it into self-help. My personal opinion, Mikey, is that he does suffer because you saw it. The post-interview after the fight, he started going off, and Oscar's right next to him, hugging him, telling him, Ryan, whatever you want, because they had to bring him back. Because right away he started, how can you be saying, I love Jesus, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, suck dick, motherfuckers. Somebody that is right-minded, they can't be there unless if you're bipolar. You know what I mean, Mikey? You know that. You're a teacher. You went to school. There is something wrong. Something's not clicking right. That's why he always has to have people around him because he says the wrong things. Now, me as the cop, I was involved in a lot of fights, and I'm not acting tough or nothing. No, but the worst fights that I ever had, that I ever responded to help other officers, was with a crazy person, was with a person either under the influence of PCP or a person that was literally, dude, they have strength like you cannot believe. And I'm not saying that Ryan was on PCP, and I'm not saying that he's crazy, but I do believe that he's bipolar. And you know what? That strength is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. What do you think, Mikey? Am I being the cop again, or what do you think?
I mean, the cop again. No, man. He is a little crazy to get in that ring. I think you do got to be a little bit crazy, and getting punched a lot in the face throughout your life. I think you do get a little crazy, but not that crazy. Dave, he weighed in 3.5 pounds heavier, and that makes a difference. We talked about Ed. Ed said it doesn't make a difference at the end. They're gonna weigh the same, but it does make a difference because Haney was at the point to make it. Maybe he couldn't make weight, but he sacrificed himself. This guy was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go over 3 pounds over," and that's 3 pounds is a lot, especially if you're trying to. You have 1 pound left to make. You could die. I heard Michael Garcia passed out when he had 1 pound left. So he was stronger than 3 pounds stronger than him at the fight. They weren't even. So I want the rematch. Even though Ryan Garcia proved me wrong, made me look like a fool, but I want the rematch. Even Steven, because I pulled Floyd Mayweather's card when he fought Marquez. He went over. So I want this one to be even and a rematch. How about that, Dave?
You know what? I agree with JC. Only fight to make now is Haney versus Ellerby for the undisputed nostrils title, pound for pound. Who has the biggest nostrils? I agree with you, JC. You're always making me laugh. Let's go, Buzz. Chrysler technician. Crazy like a fox. You're right. You're right, Chicano Prophet. He's crazy like a fox. But I do believe that he suffers, but I do believe that he did act a lot. And I mean, the genius part of this at the weigh-ins, he tells Haney, hey, you know what? I'll bet you 500,000 for every pound, and Haney jumps on it. So now Haney looks like an idiot. What's Haney going to say? Oh, I wasn't going to fight him because he was 3.5 pounds over. No, he made 1.5 million, but Ryan made 50 million, and Haney made 30 million. So I mean, you're right. Crazy like a fox, Chicano Pro. That's why you're the prophet. Crazy like a fox. Imagine if Ryan had focus. You're absolutely right. He could probably be pound for pound, 7-10 rank. I agree with you. Mikey, I don't believe he was lying. That's when Oscar right away wanted to take the microphone at the post conference when he said, and whether you believe me or not, I partied like an animal all week. I drank all week. I partied. Yeah, I worked out, but I partied. He wasn't lying. That was after the fight now. There's no reason. But once again, what do you think about that, Mikey? We're always talking about the 7-8 week camp, and we even got in a little argument about somebody, David is drinking. This vato is literally partying. I mean, we're talking probably screwing at the same time. Look at how he came out. So you're right, Demetrio, that if this dude came out focused, he could be the real deal. He could be the real deal, but he needs psychological help. That doesn't go around that. I picked Haney. Okay, I knew you did.
We all did.
I agree with you. Haney needs to fire pendejo de su dad. That's he got pretty far with him. Golden Boy's doing big shows. With no champs. David Oscar deserves props also. Orale. Hey, you know what happened? Pound for pound, Mark. He didn't take the banana with the beer. That's what happened. He did not take the banana with the beer. If he would have taken el plátano con la cerveza, he would have won. Next time, call him, brother. Call him. Hey, listen, we got Mike Diaz with us. Let us bring him in, and then we'll continue with the conversation. ¿Listo?
Yeah, vámonos.
Hey, vamos. Hey, Mike, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Mis hermanos, how are you guys? I'm doing good.
Hey, brother, I just saw a little bit before the show. I saw the weigh-ins. Tell us all about it. And, dude, you're that guy that should have been – you're probably a preacher because you speak very well and you get people motivated. Tell everybody that's watching our show why and how important and how great this fight's going to be. It's all yours, brother. I'm going to put you on solo. Listo.
I appreciate you. So, man, the lead up to the return of Cholo Trucker has been I've lost sleep over this thing. I really want to just already get this thing over with Team Stockton pulled up about 30 deep. You're gonna end up seeing tomorrow. Dios, primeramente Dios, with Team Stockton came deep, and then Cholo Trucker has the support of his day oneers, of all of his day oneers from Los Angeles, man. So, matter of fact, Mike Angelo right there, he was involved in the very first fight. Mi hermano, te quiero saludar también. I came in here, dispensa both. I came in here not even saludando a los dos, but David to you, Contreras, Mike Angelo to you, cabrón. I appreciate you guys, my Chicano hermanos.
Thank
This
you,
fight right here, there's a lot of comments coming around the return of Cholo Trucker, which is a lot of people are saying he needs validation. That last out, the last time out didn't look sufficient enough to whatever the critics wanted. Besides the fact, I mean, he had 2 fractured ribs, so people have to take that in consideration. Well, on the other side, opposite him, which I think is going to be the red corner, opposite him is the Stockton Slugger. Okay, so he's used to just touching chins. You've all known those individuals that just have that one hit power. Yeah. And so I'm expecting a Gotti Ward kind of war tomorrow at 7 p.m. And this is what I made the platform for. So anyone that wants to put it together, you know, it doesn't have to be just words. All you got to do is just call Chicano Tube and we'll make it happen.
Wow, it's going to be outstanding. So tell us about the weigh-in. Cholo Trucker weighed 151. Buzz weighed at 155. Did Cholo Trucker offer $5 per pound?
So hold on. First of all, let me. I forgot to share the broadcast también a mi canal. Let me bring all the raza with me. Let me bring all the raza with me. Kyle cabrones. All right, live now. Okay. So yeah, let me talk about the weigh-ins. Okay, great. The place has been ready, which is of course is my gym. So I use my gym in Salinas, California, at least for now. I do have a vision of this thing going to Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. We're gonna go to like the Raza states. And I'm just networking right now with YouTubers in every state. I'm trying to find out who's popping over there, who got some moving over there, as this thing picks up steam. This show right here is going to outdo the last show. So the weigh-ins, again, Team Stockton, they pulled up they looked like Men in Black. They came in five black Suburbans, about 30 of them. You know what I mean? About 30 of them. So you'll see tomorrow. Yeah. They purchased about half of the tickets. And then the other half of the tickets were purchased from gente from Los Angeles, gente from SoCal. Can I see the chat or what? Let me see. Okay, there it is. Ora J.M. Ortega. So each fighter had their own respective locker room. And so I like to give them that element too as well. So they have privacy so they can settle in. I say, bring your music, bring what you got to bring. You know what I mean? Of course, bring the entourage, and then we'll DP the whole thing. And what music did Cholo have? I can't give away the music. It's not gonna. All I'll say is this: as far as his music, it's no surprise.
Exactly, sitting in the park.
Surprise with the derby hats, with the derby hats and the flannels.
It's gonna be awesome, man. Yeah,
it's no surprise. And then opposite him, Buzz Yard Recall.
Yeah.
Well, they're from Stockton. There's something in the water out there.
Oh yeah.
There's something in the water out there. I mean, I consider Stockton like it's almost like Salinas. I mean, they're like a sister city. It seems like, I don't know why you guys, I don't want to digress, but most of the time I met gente from the 8th or from Monterey County, from my city. And then I met gente from the Valley, which is the Central Valley. Almost has similar styles. Similar styles. And I know it's still considered Northern California, but not really. We're on the equator. We're like central. We're Central California. And then it goes up north. So Team Stockton rolled up deep, and then got to meet them, got to meet all the guys. Matter of fact, one of their guys, Kill Shot, just knocked somebody's fronts off on Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
I said, I got to get that interview.
Hey, brother, you know what? You got to hold our brother Joe Castro down, because, hey, man, Joe Castro, I heard he's going to be standing, him and Sonny. I don't know Sonny, but I know Joe Castro. He's a brother in Christ. Good dude, man. Solid dude. And he's going to be standing with Cholo Trucker, right?
So
in his corner.
I guess the images, the flicks, I got someone to just do media now. I'm trying to do it, level
okay.
up every single event.
Yeah.
I got a media person that I just dedicated for that. I guess they've been dropping stuff on YouTube and on IG. I hope they have. My phone's been blowing up, so I think they have been doing their job. So what was the question again?
Well, the question is, I heard that Joe Castro, Big Joe Castro, he's my brother in Christ, a good man, solid dude, is going to be standing, him and a gentleman by the name of Sonny. I don't know Sonny, but I know Joe, and they're going to be standing with Cholo in his corner, correct?
That's correct.
That
I guess
is
the
awesome.
photos have already, the photos have disclosed maybe only part of Cholo's corner. Because the director of photography moves people in and moves people out and takes care of the whole thing. And so Joe Castro, he's another brother right there. And I'll tell you what, the first thing that came out of Big Joe Castro's mouth was, "Carnal, I'm here for you, and I'm here to support you, and I'm here to support the raza like I always am, showing love from SoCal." And I said, "Brother, I appreciate that. Gracias, Joe." He's currently working on 3 movies.
Wow.
He's a very busy man. He's saying this is like a vacation to him. But again, everyone is honed and dialed in on Cholo Trucker. I can tell everyone is just honed in because he's honed in like a laser. Now, you're going to be seeing some photos come out of Buzz. He doesn't look too happy. He looks like he wants to violence now.
Yeah.
Like all this other production stuff, which is part of the agreement, he's just going through the motions. But the whole time, his mind, I can tell he wants to hit Cholo in a respectful way. I don't know if that makes sense.
Hey, one of the things that Cholo told us when we go, "Hey man, how are you feeling?" He goes, "David," he goes, and Mikey, he goes, "Do you remember when we were in junior high school or high school, elementary school, and so that bully came by and said, 'Hey, I'm going to kick your ass this afternoon,' and then you had to wait till 3:00 when you got out of school all day long. You couldn't wait till 3. You weren't scared. You were nervous, but you couldn't wait." And he goes, "That's exactly how I feel. I can't wait till Saturday." So now 24 hours from now, he'll be in the ring. But before we go in the ring, tell us about the weigh-in. How was it, man? Describe it to us because I don't have the video here. Describe the weigh-in for us and tell us once again what happened.
So the weigh-in is a production. I think it's intimidating to the fighters. I think when they go in there, they think it's going to be something smaller scale. I think they get a little bit of a red carpet shock when they see a red carpet, when they see cameras everywhere, production team, corners, stations. They're like filming stations all over the place. Here's where we're going to do this. Here's where we're going to do that. And they have a lot of questions on their mind. At the same time, looking like, the production is going to be something they have to go through. The fight's on their mind. The weigh-ins were a success. 100%. Now I'm doing open weights. I know some of the writing on these visuals and stuff like that. It'll say what it's gonna say, So it's an open weight because if you guys are just, if we're gonna be matching up fighters, that's too much red tape for me.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to establish something right now is 2 gentlemen that say they're gonna run it. They're gonna get their hands, dirty, and that's it. I don't want to hear about weight. There's too many details. I do Chicano rules that we can talk about, and I'll break that down because Chicano rules will enable a good fight to happen. And if you want, I can break that down. But the whole weigh-ins were a complete success. I think I've been just having dinner all week. I've been having dinner with people all week. It's fight week this whole week. But now we're just hours away. The weigh-ins are in the bag. Small turnover that the company has to do for tomorrow's fight. Very small. They'll be enjoying the rest of their evening. And then tomorrow, I can't wait to get inside each locker room, saludar a los dos before they go to war.
Hey, JC's asking, where can we watch the weigh-in? Where can they watch it? Is it going to be on the Chicano Tube Raza channel? Are you going to be posting it there?
That's a good question. So, JC, I appreciate your pregunta, cabron. And just to let you know, again, I'm learning with each event as I go. I've been doing amateur boxing events since 2012. This is different. This is the whole production. And so I'm learning as I go. That's why I was able to dedicate a media guy just to drop media. The weigh-ins, I didn't record fully. The weigh-ins were only going to be to drop clips, not a complete. It's not like the press conference. That was a complete video. It's not going to be like the fight. It's going to be a complete long video. But the weigh-ins, I didn't factor that in. Maybe next time I'll make it up to the people when I announce August right after this. maybe we'll do a live weigh-ins, but you're only going to see clips, carnal. I guess that's my answer. You're only going to see clips going up. The ones that I did see that got up, they're pretty good.
Hey, brother, Mikey, I know he's biting at the bit. Mikey Zavala, he's our scientist. He literally is a teacher.
That's my brother right there.
Hey, brother, he literally is a teacher. He's our scientist. He's our surgeon. I know he wants you to break down the fight because he breaks down fights. But before we go there, tell us about the undercard. You mentioned that there's going to be a great undercard. Can you describe that? And then we're going to let Mikey loose, man, to break down the fights.
Undercard.
I'm just listening.
Don't let me forget undercards. But both of you gentlemen, I would say, are the tacticians of breaking down boxing. Salute to both of you gentlemen, just like Mark Salinas, just like Cholo Trucker, who was the first commentator on the CCSOF team. I would extend the invitation to either one of you guys. You pick the bouts. You want to call them with me? It'd be an honor of mine to call a fight with each of you right here. So let me talk about the undercards. I reached out to personal friends that are gym coaches. You know, all of us came up in the same environments. We grew up in schools together. The little we went to school, we grew up in schools together, and now we're all, you know, we all have gyms and we all have fighters. I reached out to personal friends of mine first, and they train the killers. One of them is RV4's gym. I'll just say that. One of them is RV4's gym, which, of course, he just came back from Houston with the silver WBC belt, or one of them. Or there's too many. I agree with Floyd. There's too many belts. But anyways, there is. I don't want to digress. But anyways, RV4's gym, I reached out to him because RV4's dad is a personal friend of mine. He's so old school, though. He's off the radar. He's so old school, he has a flip phone still. He doesn't even have a smartphone. He's so old school. RV4's gym and my other brother from they're from Antioch 925, which is Double Trouble. So just because we grew up together and we all got boxing gyms and all got into fighting from Desmadre, I reached out to them and they were able to get the best of the best. I had the first two matches are going to be silver glove. One's a winner, three are finalists.
Wow.
So silver glove, you have to, you know, kick everyone's ass in the region, then the state, then head to the tournament, right? The national. And then same thing as golden gloves. And on the co-main event, I have pro featherweights. The pros, I don't doubt they're going to, you know, make weight on the dot. They're going to do it like the pros do it. The co-main event is very tactical. You want to see a chess match between two young lions? The co-main event, I've already seen them. I said, holy smoke, we're bringing this to the people. Oh, yeah, we're bringing this to the people. So if that energy builds up, which is my plan, I mean, Cholo Trucker from their private locker rooms and Buzz from their private locker rooms are going to see the action, and they're going to have to step it up.
Step it up. Hey, brother, are they going to be 4-round fights, 5-round fights, or 6-round fights?
I'm thinking 5 3 minutes.
Okay.
I don't want to do 6 because it could end on an even number, just in case it's a really close fight. And we got to, you know, offset it by giving someone a round. We'll make it 5 rounds. We'll do 3 minutes. And again, we're doing Chicano rules.
Part of the Chicano rules, who are your judges? How many judges do you have, and who are your judges? Are they going to judge all the fights, or are you going to be changing judges?
You're looking at one. Okay. Here's one right here. You're looking at one. Another one, my brother Alfonso Gomez from the Si Se Puede podcast. He's going to be...
Alfonso Gomez is a fighter.
Alfonso Gomez, I'm talking the YouTuber, cabrón.
YouTube? Yeah, he's a YouTuber. Didn't he fight?
You know, I don't know.
You're talking about Alfonso Gomez. No, you're talking about the snake, not the snake. Alfonso Gomez, the one that came out on the show Contender. No, it's a different one. Right?
Okay,
right?
Okay. So he does a different one. My bad. He does podcasts and he used to fight. My bad.
Okay, that's different right there. But hey, you got a Rolodex of fighters in here.
He does, man.
I love the sport, man. I love the sport.
Man, we're talking about our favorite topic here, man. I could come here live. I could come live every Friday night with you guys and talk fights all night long. So
who's the third judge? You got 2 judges. You, Alfonso. Who's the third?
And the third is actually the ref.
Okay, so and who's the referee?
He's a veteran referee. His name is Isaac. Yeah, he is. I got a good one. I got one that's licensed in Nevada and California.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So he's just gonna let me know, right? You know, he can easily call it because he's been doing this for a while. He's referee championship fights. Isaac Castillo, who's been on Top Rank, The Zone, ESPN, you name it. So I got a veteran. Now he doesn't come out like on the television, but you know, there's other cards that aren't televised that, you know, because all the fighters have to keep busy. Not just the fighters that come out every 6 months are the ones that, you know, are on the stage.
Hey, brother, there's no doubt. And your fight on Thanksgiving, I think you announced who the fighters are. Well, you weren't going to, but I think you did already. On that fight, you should get Papa Ray. Papa Ray would be a great referee. And right here, JC saying, "Quién es el ref? Papa Ray." Not for this one, but he'll be the one for hopefully. And I'm sure that if you ask him, Mike, he'll show up for that fight without a doubt.
So I fought in a tournament that Popeye refereed in. It was called the Desert Showdown. It was in Indio, California, and it was televised on one of the lower channels like Azteca. And so I've seen him, and he's refereed many fights that I've seen at those tournaments.
So do you know him, Mike? Do you have his number?
No, but that would be the next level, right? Let's get the referee up. I'm more focused on the
fighters.
The fighters, yes, because that's what people want to see is, you know, someone that can draw, you know what I mean, is a draw. But my main focus is the production. My name is going behind this thing. It has to look like Showtime. It has to look like ESPN.
Hey, brother, I love your intro, the song, the oldie you have, the intro to your show. I love that song. The reason why I'm mentioning it, I don't know if you listen to Pomona Soul Sounds. Sabes que? He's our Southern California Art Labo. Sabes que? He's on YouTube. Please check his YouTube channel. One of the greatest, he says. He knows Papa Ray. It's his homie. So when you're ready, we'll go through Cholo Trucker through Pomona Sounds, and hopefully we could help you get him to your next event.
I appreciate that, carnal. Gracias, man. Gracias.
Hey, now JC's asking, ring viejas. ¿Están buenas? Are you going to have some viejas there? Hey, Holmes, I'm just telling you what JC's asking.
Exactly.
Gracias, JC, for asking.
It's a great conversation, gente. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe, cabrones, and then share the broadcast right now while we're live. You guys keep sharing it until the last second. So the first ring girl I had in my last event, March, she was pinned to the top of the lowrider and the IG page. So I don't think small when it comes to anything, production, visuals, how it's going to look. I thought big. I said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the low rider IG and the street low IG. And she was pinned at least 4 or 5 times. So shout out to Maddie from SoCal who made that drive up here. And on this one right here, tengo a chicana. And we'll just be changing them up. So the repertoire for that is, well, I mean, they have to look the ring girl part. And of course, modeling backgrounds help. And of course, if they have an IG with un chingo de followers, all that does is help out the fight itself, because now they're bringing all their followers to the show.
Andres Juarez is asking, I need tickets. Are they still available? And how does he get them?
Cabron, it's at standing room only.
Really?
We've had events with up to 50 gyms in my gym. And I've had the fire marshal walk in during one of my events, and I had to deal with him. You know what I had to do with him? I had to, slide him a little envelope, al cabron. I mean, so I only have standing room only, carnal. I've been advertising the tickets now for a month. Cholo Trucker, when he called me for Toro Chingazos, he wanted to throw him like that weekend. I said, wait, you got to give me at least 30 days to talk about it. And let's put it. I don't know what it is with Cholo Trucker, but he's about to get the damage in a couple hours, man. I think he's just a junkie for it, maybe. I don't know.
Hey, we got Thunder Promotions. I don't know if you know who they are. Welcome to the show, Thunder Promotions. First time here. Been promoting like crazy on multiple platforms. Let's go, ML and R, y'all.
That's right. Thunder Promotions is coming over from Chicano, which is coming over from YouTube Streets, another channel that I was on, I think, last Friday.
JC, once again, he answered your question. Las viejas van a estar buenísimas, cabrón. Now, the next question is, what time does the card start?
As my wife. My bad. Not as beautiful as my wife.
Or mine, or Mikey's future. Hey, brother, but what time's the card start?
So it's going to be 7 on the dot. It's not going to be broadcasted live. Okay, I disclaim that all the time. I know comments are still there. Why? Well, in order to broadcast something live, it's about another 10 grand to the production itself. And so we can do that. We'll get there maybe one day and do it live, but just to alleviate the overhead, it's going to be about a 1 hour delay. about a 1 hour delay. And so the good thing is we got everything ready to go. The command center is ready. And that command center is actually hardwired with new fiber optic to get 1 gigabyte speed. This is kind of things that I do, like just like with my podcast too at my home. You know, everything got to be, you know, on that level. So it's gonna be about a 1 hour delay. It's gonna start at 7 o'clock, maybe even earlier. The last one we had started earlier, maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, just to prove a point to the doubters. I think I did that for the haters, just so they wouldn't say we started on the minute. We started early, cabrones.
Yeah. Demetrio saying I'm taking Cholo by knockout. Now, if people want to watch it, how much is it? Where do they have to go? Let me know, and I'll let me type in while Mikey starts breaking down the fight. Tell me real quick, and I'll create a quick banner. We should have done this before on where do they need to log in? How can they purchase the pay-per-view, and how much is it?
That's right. And I want to give a disclaimer right now. When I was shopping pay-per-view companies, I did my research. I want to give a big shout out to my other brother, Paul from LA Times. Okay. Paul from LA Times. He's also
brother in Christ. Yeah. He's there too.
Oh, he's here. He's here.
Is he? Good dude, man.
Cholo and Buzz are fine. They got a prayer net. Like like the Israel wall that blocks missiles. They got a whole prayer net. So anyways, I'm sorry, I forgot what was the question?
No, the question was you were shopping for pay-per-view. They're asking how can they log on, how much is it, and what time does it start? And if you want to give me I'll type it in and I'll put a banner up. Where can they purchase the pay-per-view?
Yeah, maybe someone could do me a favor, and this is what the homies do all the time on Chicano Street. Some of the homies get in the comment section right there and drop the link. Just go to my community page, copy and paste the link. It's almost on every post, and then someone just drop it in the comment section. So the pay-per-view company is integrates with YouTube, and so what they do is they grab the video and then they do a digital fingerprint and an audio fingerprint. Anyone that uploads a second of a visual or a second of the audio gets automatically struck. On the last fight, I was expecting more, but I mean, since I disclaimed it, maybe a lot of people were like, oh shit, this guy's legit. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Only 2 channels got struck. So the reason we do that is because it stays in the pay-per-view realm, you know, just like a pro boxing fight as well. You know, Canelo's going to knock that dude out. Well, maybe, I don't know, on May 4th. And if he does, you're not going to see it all over the internet, on YouTube at least. You might see clips of people's living rooms on the TV looking ghetto. So I did that for that reason. It's $19.99. Okay. I think it's a reasonable price. Right now, people are just hurting. Their wallets are hurting. Unemployment's like 7%, but let's not get into that. That's more on my channel, cabrones. And so it's $19.99. I created a website. Every single fight is going to have its own archive. It's going to be yours forever. Once you purchase it, you can go back, have a laugh, and look at the chingazos. You know, look at someone get dropped, look at someone get knocked out, TKO'd. You can always have that on your favorite YouTuber. There's no subscription on the website. It's a one-time fee. You sign up with the email. It's like creating a Facebook username, password. You just save the website on your bookmarks. If you're going to keep ordering every single fight, might as well just save the website on the bookmarks, and you'll see the archive every single time. And so you'll be able to see it from phones, laptops, tablets, TV, you name it, anything with the internet connection. You can see 7 o'clock tomorrow night, The Last Man Standing.
So somebody's going to hopefully post it so I could copy it and I could post it also. We're standing by for them. Nobody's done it yet. Mike, hopefully somebody's going to be posting it so I could post it up. So people want to watch it, and we got to know exactly where, but it starts at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, correct?
Yes, it does. And I can post it myself. I should have just thought about that. I can just get in the chat right now and just post it myself.
Well, you're doing that. Mikey, the genius. Mikey, the prognosticator, the surgeon. Tell us, brother, what's going to happen on this fight?
Yeah, I'm trying to put the pieces to the puzzle. I don't really know a lot about Buzz, but what I've been seeing, I saw one of the videos I've seen is he wants to knock out Ed. He wants to make a statement. He wants to put Cholo Trucker into a viral clip. And I see Ed, unless he gets in Ed's head, but Cholo Truck is real cerebral. He's real smart. He's a technician, so he might use that as an advantage. He's been there. He fought Gunners Collective. He's been to the big dance. He's been to these Chicano tubes, quote unquote, these type of fights. And he's urging for that coming. He likes that. It's like a drug to him. And Buzz is new to this, and he wants to go for the knockout. And you don't really say that. You say if the knockout comes, the knockout comes. So he's kind of compromising himself. Like, you have to give the fight of the knockout. And I think that's falling into Ed's hands. But he could knock out Ed. This is boxing. This is the fight game. Anything can happen. But I see Ed being real cerebral, using his footwork and angles and setting up Buzz. Buzz coming in a little heavy, 155, and Cholo Truck is coming at 151. Meaning, I think he's going to box him a little bit and take him to the deep waters, getting him tired, and then putting the sword in back of the bull's back and chopping him down, man. That's what I see.
Taking him to deep waters, huh?
Yeah, that's what I see, man.
I mean, it's going to be a good fight. Them being that close in weight, I mean, that's a good thing. Both of them already have a workout pedigree. They were both willing to take a 30-day turnaround on this event. Now, I didn't mind because I have slots available. Anyways, I was filling up slots for the year. Ed has things planned for the rest of the year, plus not just that, just other goals that he wants to accomplish. So he came to me wanting it quick. I said, just give me 30 days to talk about it. It's going to be a good fight. The energy is already there. If you could feel it from the clips I uploaded from the weigh-ins, it's going to be a good fight. Not just that, don't sleep on the undercard because the undercard might outshine the main event.
Hey, Mike, so the undercard, the pay-per-view event's going to start at 7. What time is the whole event going to be over? What is it, a 2-hour event? The reason why, because us over here in the East Coast, we're watching it. So it starts 7, 8, 9. So it'll start at 10 o'clock our time. Hopefully it's not going to finish at 1 like all the other fights. Is it going to be a 2-3 hour card?
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Okay.
About an hour and a half max is my guesstimate. No longer than that. If you think about those undercard fights are 3 rounds, 3 minutes. Okay. Yeah. What's going to take longer, what really is half of the show, is that a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes, is the production side of it. It's one thing to spectate it and see it and then all edited down to 1 or 2 hours, but the production side of it is longer. That you'll be able to see like during a live event. So I don't even know if we'll ever do a live event. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. An hour and a half, by 8:30, the internet will be blowing up about it, about who got knocked out, who got dropped, who got stopped. Yeah. But again, it stays off of YouTube. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's, anyone that uploads a second or a clip, this is the pay-per-view company. And I agree with their business model, because this is what pro boxing does too. You don't see, Canelo's fight at nighttime right after he knocked the guy out. You don't. You'll see pirated versions. They get taken down quick. You see more UFC because they haven't gotten that down pat yet. Not like boxing. Boxing has it all together. So it's going to stay in the pay-per-view realm, and you'll be able to see it forever. Mike, your first fight was Cholo against Trucker. Your second fight was, what's his name? Tony against BK, I believe. Okay, so the first fight, how many pay-per-views did you have with Cholo against Trucker? You mean overall numbers? Overall numbers, yes. Oh, I don't know the overall numbers. Approximately. I was only the ring announcer on that one, Cabron. Oh, I thought you ran that one. You didn't run that one. I didn't run that one. Okay. That was Brother Pablo's show. Oh, okay. All right. So you got Brother Pablo's cell, Cabron. You could just get a hold of him and get that info. The only reason why, because I see this, it's growing. You know what I mean? It's like the tidal wave. That started it, and I thought you were behind that one. But then you had Tony, and that tidal wave's getting bigger. This one, I see it, the tidal wave growing. And your next fight, I just see this as a huge tidal wave that's coming. And America's ready for it. La Raza's ready for it. Los Chicanos are ready for it. Mexico's ready for it. I think that this is going to be something that, and I'm glad that you're running it, because you know what? You're a Cristiano. You're a good man of God, and you're a man that loves our gente. And that's what we need to push a program like this to make it work and to make it last forever. You know? I appreciate that. Yes, we got a vision to take it state to state, and it's only going up from here. That first Cholo Trucker fight, that it kind of changed throughout the course of the fight. It kept like, morphing. People were calling it a charity fight. Then it turned into a unity fight. Then it just kept changing throughout the thing. So no matter what, it was what it was, but it was for charity, which is a highly great cause. I was just the ring announcer. But then this year, I decided to start the company, LLC it, get into it. And I made it clear with anyone that wants to be a fighter inside my stable. I'm only going to deal with people that are going to pull up. If you're going to pull out, I don't even want to talk to you. Because if we go down this road and you pull out, I'll put you on blast. That's the least I can do for losing my time. So Tony and EBK both pulled up to the press conference first. We did that right there in the gym. And then we did the fight. That was a hell of a fight. They were when heavyweights get in the ring, it's always a fun fight. Always a fun fight, man. They were throwing leather and connecting and hitting. And a lot of people saw those flicks out there. That was that first taste of the all-encompassing production. Though I have done USA fights for many years, those are pretty much 3, 4, 5 without all the audio and visual, though. And then now you have to incorporate other factors, right? So for the first time, I'm like, every step I take, someone's calling my name. Mike this, Mike that, Mike this. I'm like getting pulled this direction, that direction. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way, because I believe that I'm going to end up probably just handing over my real estate brokerage to my son and just saying, you know what? We're setting up fights from now on.
Mike, who's commentating? JC has the question. Who's commentating?
It's going to be me for one, and it's going to be Alfonso Gomez from Si Se Puede podcast.
So you guys are going to be judging and commentating?
Yep.
So you're going to be talking and taking notes?
Just the round. Right.
Anthony. Yeah.
So many years already, Brother David, so many years of doing it. Since 2012, when our gym was less than 30 members, to now we have almost 200 members. We had to purchase the shop next door and knock down the middle wall and go from 5,000 square feet to 8,000. Wow. And now we have 2 rings over there, but we have a 24 by 24 ring. That's what they're gonna fight. They're gonna be fighting in. There's a lot of real estate in there. It's the pro ring. That's what they're gonna fight on.
Hey, brother, we got Delbert Salgado, G-Unit Twins Boxing, honored to sharpen up Cholo Trucker. He's ready. Hey, man, they were steel on steel, sharpening that. Hey, brother, before we finish, I know you're extremely busy, but before we finish, make us a promise. Before you go to Texas, before you go to Arizona, before you go to Nebraska, come to Southern California. Let's have it in LA. Let's have it in Temecula. Let's have it in Riverside. Bring it to Southern California, and let's get the G-Unit Twins in that ring. We got a lot of great people, even though I'm in Florida, but I'm all San Diego, brother. And you know what? Let's bring it. You think you could do that for us?
Absolutely. I was just messaging with the coach from 818, which is like Hollywood. 818 Boxing Club. He had his first sanctioned event just 2 weeks ago, and I was just congratulating him. And I got introduced through him through one of the guys that's bringing the 2 undercard fighters. He introduced me to that coach. It's just the network of coaches. Coaches are really united. You know, coaches aren't in USA Boxing. We're not into the drama. We're not into the bickering and all that. We love the sport of boxing. That's what we do. Yeah. We get these kids off the street. And then, you know, the ones that have hands, that God gave talents to have hands, and we just cultivate that and put that energy in the right direction. But you have my word, before we ever go out of state, we're going to hit every corner of California.
That is awesome, man. We can't wait. Hey, brother, I know that you only gave us 15, 20 minutes because you're very busy. But listen, man, prayers for tomorrow, brother.
A little bit. Let's go over. I'm halfway through this. I know Mike's only asked me one question, cabron. I want to catch up with
Mikey, because you know what? We were talking about Virgil Ortiz. Tell me, what do you think about Virgil Ortiz? I know that 1,000 people have asked you. You've studied it. You know it. Tell us about Virgil Ortiz. Is he crazy? Is he acting it? Is he a genius? Or is he bipolar?
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia, dispensa. Ryan Garcia.
Yeah. Because Virgil Ortiz, I saw it.
He's a real deal
For him too. It's fight
he's a real deal.
I think he's like a bravo pot shotter with.
He's a real deal. Real deal. Ryan Garcia, is he crazy? Is he a genius? Or is he bipolar?
I'm going to set the record straight right now. First of all, people were doubting that he's even Mexicano, right? He doesn't speak Spanish and all that. Check this out. Look, you tell me, you just look at his style of fighting. Es un desmadre. He's going to leave it all in the ring and go after you. Is that not Mexican style boxing? I would say that's Mexican style boxing. Again, we're not talking about the mechanics on how he kind of leaves himself open a lot of times. I'm just talking about how he approaches the fight and goes forward and throws reckless. So to me, that's Mexican style fighting. So I love the young Chicano in that aspect right there. Do I think that the tweets and all these things that have been going through his life, he's dealing with the real situation, though. He's dealing with the separation. And he's getting a lot of critics. Critics are going after him because now he has a new girlfriend every week that he falls in love with. You know, I try to separate personal from business. He handled that business. He's not crazy, gente. He's not crazy. You know what he is? He's quirky. He's quirky. So what does that mean? He's just unique. He's a unique cat. He didn't grow up like me on the streets or anything like that. I don't think he was exposed to that. I think he grew up in front of cameras, boxing at a young age, winning tournaments, winning national titles and Golden Gloves and all that. And so sometimes that it just can create, you don't get the traditional Mexicano upbringing, the chancla, the, discipline, the instilling in him hard work ethic. Well, I don't know. I don't want to judge that, but you know what I mean? So no, he's not crazy. No, it wasn't to make it a 5-1 odds that he tweeted all that crazy stuff over the last couple weeks. It wasn't to create an odd to bet on himself. Those are great articles. Those articles are made on the back end after, in hindsight, everything has been, all the hechos have been done, and then they just concoct things because they got to create content. The people that write those articles, those newspaper reporters. No, he's just quirky, and some of the stuff turns me off about him. But again, that's him dealing with women, disrespecting his wife. That's neither here nor there. I mean, he's a great fighter. The future of boxing, not at this point, but he's not crazy. He's quirky. And I would love for him, because he was skin and bones on that scale, to run it back with Davis or with no rehydration clause, or I would love for him to just meet the other Mexican, which is Pitbull.
You know what? I think he's ready to go to 147 or fight at a catch weight. I don't think he could go down to 140 anymore. And if he fights Pitbull at 140, I mean, I don't see him going down. Mikey, what do you think, Mikey Zavala? You think he probably can, but I don't see him going down. I see him, if he's going to fight Davis, and I don't see Davis going up to 145. I mean, the guy's 5'3". You know what I mean? To go up to 145. But what do you think, Mikey Zavala?
Yeah, no, Ryan Garcia with no belt, no matter what, he's the A side if he fights anybody, maybe except Canelo. But from now he's in charge. Look at the money he made. Look at the attention he causes. He is the golden boy. So if he fights at 140, he's gonna fight a Pitbull Cruz at 140, but it's really gonna be 144, 143. So he's a big kid, man. I like this new Ryan Garcia. He talks trash and he backs it up. You know what I mean? So I like him. I like it. Call him not Mexican, not this. I was one of them. But hey, you got to show me. Guess what? He showed me. So I'm back with him. Now
you said A side. Are you saying on this fight that we got coming up tomorrow, would you say Cholo Trucker is the A side because he's more known?
Yeah, I think so. He has the experience. He's more known, and he's got Southern Cali and he's got Northern Cali too. He's got the love over there. Buzz, he got love over here, but he doesn't have the buzz, no pun intended. But Cholo Trucker's got the buzz. Like I said, he's been there before, so it's just like, oh shit, Cholo Trucker's fighting again. You know what? Let me tune into it, because to tell you the truth, I haven't kept up. But now that Ed's back, he's got my attention, man. Let's get it. Chicano too. Let's get it on, man. This Saturday.
Let's get it on. I got people already here again in Salinas from the weigh-ins. Both corners are here. They're put up. They're ready to go. The weigh-ins were absolute electricity. They went on it was a great time. But we had to start getting ready for tomorrow. There's a lot of people here from the Central Valley, from the 209, the 209 that are rooting for Team Cholo.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways. It's just like, you know what? It's going to be a good fight regardless. I can't wait until we're all talking about this post the fight, and you guys see what happens. And I'm crossing my fingers that the undercard doesn't outshine them, but it might. We got pro featherweights. I've already seen
Yeah.
them. They're Team RV4's gym. I've been to go see them at Team RV4's gym. I'm like, these are the youngsters that are knocking holes through walls. They're just leaking testosterone. One's 18 and one's 20.
Oh, beautiful, bro. Featherweights are beautiful. You're gonna see fucking punches coming out of everywhere with.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Beautiful.
if you think about it, the champ in that gym is RV4, Ruben Villa, right from Salinas. So, and they're featherweights just like him. So I'm wondering if that's what they do. They're gravitating, the sparring partners gravitate for gyms. They got a world champion that's the same weight. That's where they're going to get the best work.
Is there anybody top rank, anybody looking at these young men yet?
I don't know that. I don't know how far along that. I've only had conversations with the coaches that are both personal friends of mine. So the first coach is going to have the first 2 fights, and then RV4's gym is going to have the co-main event, and that's the second coach. Both of them buddies growing up alongside school and everything from the town. So I've only had conversations, and my conversations with them were bring the absolute best.
Hey, brother, you know what? We got 3 more fights we want to cover real quick. As a matter of fact, one is over there in Northern California. Actually, the fight's going to be in Fresno. You got Jose Ramirez from, I believe, Avenal, okay? For that area against Rances Bartholomew. What's your take on that? What do you tell us about that fight? Mikey, let's start off with Mikey. Mikey.
Yeah. No, Jose Ramirez, he's been on and off. I don't know if he hasn't been fighting a lot, right? When was it? I forgot when was his last fight. He hasn't been that busy.
Right, about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it's been a year or so, and he's fighting a Cuban guy, man. These Cubans are tricky. You know the Cuban pedigree. Bartholomew's a Cuban. I looked it up. He has a pretty good record. And if he could get exposed, Ramirez could get exposed, man. He's getting the home cooking. Maybe if he gets distracted, all he could get exposed, man. And Ramirez is trying to put his name in the 140 division. Huh?
Is Ramirez a champ?
No, he's no longer a champ. No, he lost to Josh Taylor.
So that's what they do. They always just try to pack out the local venues with the local boxers in Fresno.
Yeah. Probably. And he's trying to make a name because the 140 is hot right now with Ryan Garcia. So imagine you put in Ramirez in that mix. It's so he needs to look good.
Well, you know what he has to be. After he fought Sean Cepeda, he was exposed. You know what I mean? He lost that fight, but they gave it to him. He fought Josh Taylor. He's young. I think he's only like 31, 32, but he's old. You know what I mean? You could tell que ya está correteado. You could tell. You could see it in him. Is he going to be a champ at 140? I don't see it. Is he going to be? He could be the gatekeeper. Yes, he still has a name, but I just don't see it. Is he going to win tomorrow? Yes, he's supposed to win tomorrow. But the next fight, the one actually I'm wearing the shirt, the Virgil Ortiz shirt. I got that. One of my favorite fighters fighting against Thomas Dolorme. That's going to be a good fight. I'll tell you. You got Jose Ramirez right there from Fresno, like you said, Mike. You got him there. He's bringing the people, but Virgil Ortiz is bringing the crowds. What's your breakdown on that? Mike, tell us about that. Mike Diaz, we'll start with you.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong, but Virgil Ortiz, he trains at RGBA, right?
Yes, he does.
Okay, great. Yeah, because Eli Sekbak is always in a gym. So I know it was fight week for him. I think Virgil Ortiz has more of a name than Ramirez. Maybe draw-wise, or I don't know if he just gets more media, or it could be either. It could be a bigger draw, or it gets more media attention. But anyways, Virgil Ortiz, man, RGBA, he has nothing but lions in his gym. That's top level right there, RGBA. So Virgil Ortiz is a Mexicano through and through. And the thing that gets me nervous about sometimes when Mexicanos fight, like Mungua, who's coming up on the 4th, the biggest fight of his career coming up, is that a lot of Mexicanos catch damage, man. We're too tough for our own good. And we go in there and we're going to show huevos. We're going to show we tough it out. We're going to show that's why we're Mexican. And so I wish that Virgil and Mungua, both of them, would move a little bit more. They're like me. I'm heavy-footed. I plant like a robot. I don't know. It just seems like the mechanics are good, but I'm just not too light on my feet. So he catches damage, but he's going up He just has a little bit more of a name than Virgil Ortiz. And training with Robert Garcia is great because, you know,
Yes, it is.
having Eli Sek back. Matter of fact, he has my dream job. If I could quit anything, I'd do Eli Sekback's job. You know, Mikey?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mikey, before you break that fight down, Pachuco, let me tell you, Jose Ramirez, great guy. He dedicates a lot of his fights, and he also dedicates a lot of money to the farmers in the valley. I've talked to him before. I've met him before there at RJB, at Robert Garcia's gym, and I told him, you know what? You need to run for Congress. You need to run for Congress. You need to be the start off being the mayor there in your hometown or the mayor in Fresno, because he speaks well too. And he has the heart of gold. If boxing, once he retires, that's what he should do. He has the name, he has the raza, he has the farm workers, he has those behind him. Could you imagine him in Congress? We need you in Congress, Jose Ramirez. Not after this fight, after you hang up the gloves. With that said, Mikey, break down the fight between Virgil Ortiz and Delorme.
Yeah, Delorme, the Puerto Rican guy, if I'm not mistaken, Delorme, once upon a time, he was a killer. But he did get knocked out by Crawford, and someone else knocked him out. He faced a couple losses, but he's still dangerous. He hits hard. And Virgil Ortiz, man, I love the guy, but that shirt you have is when Virgil Ortiz was Virgil Ortiz, not when Virgil Ortiz got sick and he left Robert Garcia. We don't know what Virgil Ortiz we're gonna get. The last time we saw Virgil Ortiz, we only seen him for one round. We saw him for half a round, so we didn't really get to see Virgil Ortiz. Is he really back? We don't know. We're about to find out because last fight the referee messed it up. We didn't get to see Virgil Ortiz put in those rounds, get that work. So we're gonna see if it's Virgil Ortiz and his body is reacting how he wants to react. I think Virgil Ortiz can knock out Delorme. Delorme is a great fighter. He's got to be careful. He's got power. He's dangerous. But I got Virgil on this one. But if something happens, his body's giving something in the inside of his body is giving up. He could get knocked out, man. He could get knocked out. Delorme, he's a killer. But he is long in the tooth per se. So, I want to see this fight. I want to see Virgil. There's great names, Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. That's a great future fight, man.
I'm just gonna take both Mexicans.
Yeah, I'll take on this one. Hey, but listen, if Virgil wins this fight, he's already been offered the fight for August 3rd, where the gentleman, I believe,
Tim Tszyu.
Against Tim Tszyu. Could you imagine that war? Oh my God. That is going to be outstanding.
I heard they already had Cruz on that card.
Pardon me?
I heard they already had Cruz on that card. Cruz.
Yeah, Pitbull Cruz,
yes, against Valenzuela. Oh, yeah. That's going to be Rayo Valenzuela, and Rayo Valenzuela now trains with Robert Garcia. So, dude, I mean, man, y'all tell you, this sheik that's coming from the Middle East, he is not taking over boxing, but he's giving us what we want. That card is going to be outstanding. But I agree with you, Salgado. I agree with you on that.
Albert.
Hey, brother, listen, time is our worst enemy. Thank you for being with us. Any last shout-outs, Mike Diaz, for the fight? Any last shout-outs for everybody that's watching?
Man, first of all, I appreciate the platform. You got two tacticians right here. Both of them study boxing. I mean, both of you guys are filling in the gaps on what I missed, on everything that I got going on over here. But my whole thing is getting this promotion, launching it all the way through the Southwest within a matter of years, and making this thing be the platform to go to for influencers first, which is YouTubers. I'm really grateful. And just like you said, Raza supports Raza. A lot of the times we don't. A lot of times we go after each other. But you know what? It is what it is. We got all that in our bloodline. Just como nos gusta get into it, bump heads, or chismear. Whatever it is, you know what? This platform is for the people. It's not just for the brown Raza. It's for the people. And I try to, inspire also the youngsters that when I go and talk to them at the juvenile halls and camps, let them know, no. When you get home, I'm helping you start businesses. That's what I'm helping you do. Call me up. You can go down to the gym. You can come and talk to me. Really, my gym and me putting this out to the people is just a continuation of trying to do some good civic work in my community. Aquí todavía estoy still here in the city, still in the same neighborhood, but now trying to do the positive and not the negative anymore. So gracias, you guys. We got the second fight. The weigh-ins were an absolute success. I'll make sure the production team is loading photos and videos all the way through 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And then I have the privilege to stand front row, sit ringside, and be able to see the return, the highly anticipated return of Cholo Trucker, which a lot of people are calling validation. I don't know why, but a lot of people are saying validation versus the Stockton Slugger coming out of to 209, which is yard recall with Buzz. They pulled up to the weigh-ins. I told you, like Men in Black, 5 Suburbans, about 30 of them came out. Some of them are BKFC fighters. You know, it's funny. I didn't know that Perro Angulo went to BKFC. He's fighting too.
Oh, what?
This weekend.
Really?
Okay.
Wow.
I'm like, Perro Angulo, I'm not hating, but man, cabrón. You know, CTE. But anyways, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for bringing both of these gentlemen right here. I would extend an invitation to get my phone number. It's all over all my pages. My number is out there. Get my phone number and then contact me. If you guys ever want to come and commentate and call the fight, it would be my honor to have you gentlemen. Don't forget to hit that like, everyone in the comment section. Los Tres Chingones. But I'm just a substitute, gente. Cholo Trucker is a third chingón, okay?
Hey,
We're
brother.
4 chingones.
Hey, estamos en tu esquina 100%. If you ever need us as judges, commentating, estamos a tus órdenes. Gracias. Mikey, any last words?
Check me out, Mikey TV 365. Check out Chicano 2. Check out Dave. Support Chicano. Hey, to all the haters, hey, man, this is the prototype for the future boxing, of Chicano boxing. Check out Mike Salinas. I seen him from the bottom. Now he's going to go to the top. And let's get behind him. Stop hating, man, because this is just the beginning. See you at the top, baby.
That's right.
Hey, brother, I'll be watching in Tampa. Mike, you'll be watching in LA. And everybody here, all the raza, will be watching tomorrow night. Gracias. Mil gracias. God bless you. And go Cholo Trucker. Vamos, Recio.
Vamos, Cholo Trucker. Vámonos.
You know, just kind of ripping your son, saying that, you know, he's not the Mexican monster.